Hello, this is Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and this is a reading for Leo, wherever Leo is in your chart. Also, I would love it, absolutely adore it, if you subscribed to my channel. It is an energy exchange, and yeah, let's get into your reading. This is a 3-card, I almost said a 3-card shuffle, like what? This is a 3-card spread. The first card is your current energy, or the energy that is surrounding you. The second card is the energy that's leaving or that's no longer serving you. And the third card is the energy that's coming in or that will be available to you. I would love it if you subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all the things, of course. Appreciate it. It is an energy exchange, Anyway, okay, so let me just shuffle a bunch of times here, and then we'll get your spread out. I kind of love this little, sun catcher rainbow going on here. Love it. For Leo. All right. There we go. Okay. Current energy. The Champion of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles. What's leaving? The King of Wands. And what's coming in? The Three of Cups. And then to clarify, we have the Two of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Lovers with the King of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Cups. Very interesting. The Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Although I haven't really been reading the bottom of the deck. But yeah, I mean, there seems to be a focus on other people around you. And just, possibly a slow build with that. And I'm really only saying that because of the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight in the whole tarot. So, it's paired with the Two of Cups. So you could be taking things slow with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It certainly can be relationship-wise. But it could be a platonic relationship. It could be a business relationship. But there's definitely something that the progression of it is moving pretty slow. But the only reason why you're still there is because you do know that there is a connection there. Right? There is something that, there's this mutual benefit that's happening here. Speaking of energy exchange, first of all, what I didn't really realize, we have the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, interesting. I mean, clearly, right? I mean, you are moving through energy here. It could even be your perception of relationships, or even just the type of relationships that you want to cultivate in your life. The type of people that you want to have around you, the type of people that you want to work with. And especially, I mean, this is going to probably be something that you are going to be experiencing over the next 19 years because Pluto is in Aquarius, right? And as somebody who is a Cancer rising, and Pluto was, opposing my first house for the last, whatever it was, 16 years or something. As much as it did shift my relationships, because, the 7th house is other people. And of course, that, it would be the same thing, if you are a Leo rising. If you're not a Leo rising, obviously it would depend on, where Leo is in your chart. But anyway, I'm just speaking, as somebody who had Pluto going through my 7th house. Even though I was Capricorn, it's definitely different energy, semantics, right? But as much as my personal relationships were affected, that brought so much fucking change to me too. I mean, true, like it really changed like the values that I have, the values that I want other people that are in my life to have, like my perception of what I thought I wanted out of a relationship. Any type of fairy tale that I had, that bubble was burst multiple times. Like, right. So this is kind of how this feels, is there's this slow shift happening. And it's very practical. It's very rooted in the real world, right? Like body and emotion. How does your body react to certain people even? Right? I mean, it really is like picking up all of those cues. This could even just also be a message about taking things slowly, really putting in the work and the commitment to something, even if it is to yourself, not settling. It's interesting that we have like the sun, it looks like on one side, or that could even just be, because like on one side it looks like the moon, right? Because, it's dark. On the other side, though, it kind of looks like the sun, but it almost actually looks like a full moon. Like, this looks like Lilith, like the dark side of the moon. This looks like a full moon. Is there a full moon coming up? I feel like, well, there's an Aquarius new moon coming up next week. And that's, new moons, setting new intentions, welcoming in new energies, that type of thing. It might even just be a thing to see where your Lilith is in your natal chart and just do some Googling even around that. Like it might just give you some insight, give you some information there. Because even the thought, even that I had the thought of the dark side of the moon, and that's, represented by Lilith in astrology. And two, even if this is the sun, right? I mean, Leo is ruled by the sun. So I do think that is really interesting. Like there could be some dance happening there, like something unfolding. And I feel like it would be something that you do have an awareness of. And maybe you have felt it for a while. Either way, you're probably going to be feeling it for a while longer. And then we have the King of Wands and the Lovers. The Lovers card is basically the minor arcana card to the Two of Cups. Kind of. A little bit. Little bit. I mean, it's Gemini, so, it's air, it's not water. But also, it talks about choices, decisions. There's also a masculine and feminine energy with the Lovers card. And, of course that could be people. Not necessarily gender, but, a masculine type energy and a feminine type energy. But it is also about like the flow, the balance between those two things. And even, like the importance of those two things. Like the masculine energy of making things happen, initiating, right? Protecting, going for it. The feminine energy of receiving, intuition, nurturing, right? And again, like just the balance, the flow between those two things. It feels like there's a couple different things that are coming through here. Either you are at a good place with yourself, like, confidence, knowing what you want to create, knowing what you want to do, knowing, like where you want to focus your energy, being able to even, go between the masculine and feminine energy, realizing when it is time to do that, right? Or it's not focusing so much on like one dedicated path. Because again, even like I was saying over here, right? Something in your perception of relationships is changing. Like if you think that there's only one way or one type of person, one type of connection, whatever, that will get you where you want to go or give you what it is that you are seeking, that is changing. Like there's nothing negative about this, but it is in the position of what is leaving or is no longer serving you, right? So there's something about, again, like just either a mastery, thinking that you have it all figured out, honestly being a little either like closed-minded or like small picture is like kind of what's coming through. And really, I think it's coming through that way because over here we have the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. The Three of Cups deals with like your network, your community, friendships, making connections with multiple people, with, with a community, advocacy, it's like getting involved in something that really speaks to you. Whereas like over here, it almost kind of seemed like 2-dimensional. This feels like 3-dimensional. Doors opening, right? I mean, like something is really going to change either within yourself or even just by you getting involved with something or making more connections, being more open to that, there's going to be a shift. Even look at these two, the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. There's these two hands here. There's these two hands here. So it is really interesting. Like I'm trying to feel into what that is. To me over here, this seems more passive on the Lovers card. Like, it like they are just nonchalantly reaching out to like touch fingers. It almost, to like the whole like shy, hand motion or whatever. Not that necessarily that you're shy. I'm just saying like it feels passive to me. Whereas over here, this one hand is like reaching for this other one and they will like, to me, it feels like they will pull them through this door. This feels like it has like a sense of belonging, like even in the Elder of Wands, that's a desert there, right? In the Three of Cups, there's fruit and, plates of food and, these flowers, and it feels more vibrant. It feels hydrating. Are you okay? Oh, my babies. Right? So it's interesting. So this is what's leaving. This is what's coming in. And truly it is because you are in a space of reevaluating or like allowing yourself to even just move through the energy of what relationships look like to you. What are they? Like how do they add to your life? You know, like how are you adding to theirs? Because that is very Three of Cups. You know, there's this mutual thing happening. Everybody who is involved is benefiting in some way. And even just looking for a change, being open to change. Especially too if that change is, I mean, literally going to propel you into a direction. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.